Okay, Order the Plainfield Charter Township Board meeting.
Good evening, folks. Actually, know that they've lost it to serve. Their water towers from gas or anything like that, so they're really in problem. Dear Lord, tornadoes, as it turns out, and the campgrounds for the recover and help the. Now we'll go, each of us, open up all our hearts and minds, believe, and pledge of allegiance. I pledge God, indivisible. Thank you.
Thanks, you're the only public here. Okay, don't forget name and
Right there. Holiday. I know 2020 was, amen.
agenda. Frank, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Coleman.
Yes, roll with this and then
Yeah,
Warren.
I'll kick it off and let give Warren a minute to get up to the podium there. So this was probably the most challenging, can't hear me? Okay, is that better? With a lot of uncertainty for fiscal stewards of the, assuming that you approve, and some adjustments for this year's budget that frees up the dollars to be with. So it is something that and it is something that we will have to do you to hit the highlights of.
It's been quite a year with so we have made some fine firefighters. However, since then right at the beginning of the year, which in actual turned out to be, and as Cameron read by that we weren't expecting $750,000 of staff for buildings and grounds to try to badly needed around dollars for the Jericho Trail. Big change is the chip now. So going in included in the water. I'm not sure if you had a chance to get this right in order by fund number for several different lines. Then you have the water fund on the second page, water and sewer funds.
Round, you're standing there. You had your hand.
Changes. For example, with multiply it times vision and
It varies from position to bottom of the scale. There are skills that we need to once you factor in a family plan, or they may even
and then having it come in lower. That what the balance. How
is here and there.
wait?
I would probably.
Thanks, Sue. Jack?
Together, I've been there because it's more of a trail.
Let me jump in. I have the White Pine, and we're squeamishness about building it.
With Kendra gone, a miracle that used to be on. The state is, that means.
The fee.
Warren makes a good point. That we're getting that at the time.
So they're the ones that
Utilize some of the ARP that we could determine if there was lost expenses that we had this year, and for that yet. So
for that. Or it's good.
Consent agenda that Warren put together is pulled in the amount forward 624,000 revenue in this, just shy of 3 million. A lot of talk about wide.
Else so far, work and the details that you, all of my questions have been.
Workshops are extremely beneficial. All right, so.
On this side, 33%. How are we going to handle that for 2022? Like, are we going to research different insurance? I mean, that's huge. So, I mean, I get it took us by 3, because I was reading through the thing for next year, just to, I mean, maybe look at something. Been a thorn in my side for, because that's a lot for the taxpayer. Can we return it? And the COVID money went out, set you look at it again. And then, excited for that challenging hill, whether took on it's finally safe. And you didn't expect me to talk this, so I was just kind of done.
All right.
I move to approve. Mr. Hagedorn.
Yes.
Ms. Postma, yes.
Township Municipal.
First, did you have both contracts a couple weeks ago? That's always discussed every year. CI, which is what we've been for this coming year. It's 4.2%. Sounds high. And teams have agreed that they see the benefit to 3, maybe 3.5 the market, and that's the best talent. And that's been plain situations like a lot of employers are going through. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that we have some clarification. We've made some changes, consistencies, and some come the first of the year. Compensation is increase level. And one, and so it's a standard safer place should something, some recent struggle system to help them run to that situation. So we've, and water system, I mean, it will continue to happen, but it's technical language changes.
Okay, thank you. Open, and then we'll close the floor for public.
Bargaining, both here, but in other, so, yeah, I think that we.
Ability of our staff very much. It makes Plainfield very much.
Thanks, Jack.
more than 20 years. And I
Concur with everything that's been said.
That and licensing, yeah, let's do it.
Contracts negotiated level 2, so.
Municipal Employees Association.
Yes.
Mr. Brinkman?
Kind comments, and I do have to report of board to say, Warren's been the last to leave. Haven't heard back yet, so I don't, heard some other people comment on that earlier. We talked about that, getting the credit for that, so.
Path.
There you go. Than Rockford Trail, but was able to save as many trees as possible. If we stuck in the right a bit more, save that mature tree trail along there, and I think that will be enjoyed by many for years. Very challenging stretch to, so we can go off the right of way work, but we have the intent quite a ways off the road, about a retaining wall, so we can come behind. It won't save every tree in there, so appreciate Bill Fisher. We also need to talk about some of the other things, all the service lines that come off the water. So, and we've done that down, it was considered an essential service. So we could keep going when no one else, this project's done even this year, there's some pieces we could have run into. And so that contractor is gonna be involved. We're doing what we can to keep that planned. So envisioning what that effort and are welcomed by everyone, they did save us. By and large, I've not, and we'll give a report of that after the first of the year. Because the year Whitmark fell. So statues all throughout the community, together in a time when people, littlest things seem to get people and forget just how good I have it. So thank you very much.
All right. Board comment.
Here, as you know, thank you.
Thank you.
Here, you all have been very gracious.
Kathleen?
Well, I also show it on a daily basis, and you guys just amaze me. And Mary,
He has COVID. So I, with all the comments, Plainfield Township, and it's a little thing, a man from, in the back of his truck, all sorts of meat products, and there he, little thing. Our experience with some very important to have the public watching, it's in the beginning, but perhaps subject in particular. 3% increase in our discussion on that, everybody.
I did. We have occur to these people having and ship insurance rates to homes. Put you on the spot.
5 years, we do get evaluated by an insurance service organization. The system area is at 1. These new beepers. That evaluation, the homeowner, the public, factor that into the Facebook page and on the website. Yes.
Now, result of
The township is actually then township fire, and then another classification, different classification of township when it's completed. Build more fire stations, all the stations within that district. Yep.
Last Thursday down at the a very distinct, they're doing a wonderful job to work with. That's why we well held and good, but I will relate it back.
I have a couple things, and then a get together that in there. So it's Vander, some of their services. He's of vacations, but all of you, please, we need to do, and he's going to do those periodically. People come invited to participate in a focus group that in that room, and it was very open, honest, and just a mountain